Maybe you haven't heard of it. I hadn't. It's called the verge culture, a generation of multicultural, tech-savvy young adults. Wonder why I haven't heard about it? Spreading trends around the world. And who better to market to these alpha consumers than Greg Selkoe, CEO of Karmaloop, the world's largest online retailer of streetwear and music and fashion entrepreneur Pharrell Williams. He's the lead singer of Nerd and a Grammy-winning producer behind artists like Britney Spears, P. Diddy, Justin Timberlake. I've even heard of them. And this familiar McDonald's jingle. I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Welcome, gentlemen. And we're joined by Julia Borston here, who follows all things media-related. Greg, what is a nice guy with an M.A. in public policy from the Kennedy School at Harvard doing in this? How did you make that left turn?
Well, I get that question a lot, and I think it's just...
I'm glad I'm original.
Yeah, so. And you're also an honorary Verge Culture member.
Good, cool.
So we got you. Yeah. But basically, this is my passion, and I thought I was going to be an urban planner. That's what I did prior to starting Karmaloop. And I went to the Kennedy School, got a master's in public policy, and this whole business started in my parents' basement, and you know, it's become what it is today, but it was a side business when I started.
God bless Mom and Dad. Now, Pharrell, often we think, those of us in traditional media, think that things move from traditional media to the web. We have Hulu. We put our shows up on the web. But this business is going the other direction. You have a very successful TV channel, let's call it, on YouTube. And now you're going to have a cable channel, right?
Yeah, I mean...
So it's the reverse.
It's a natural progression. And... you know, I think it's about time for the corporate world to sort of understand that these kids have a voice, and they're no longer going to wait for the older guys, you know, to figure it out. They're going down to Silicon Valley, and they're the interns, you know, in these big capital companies, and they're the interns in these software companies because they know what they want.
They're going to create what they want rather than waiting for big media to deliver.
They know what they want. It's not a doubt. You know, it's just if you understand if you understand like the space that you want to work in, then why shouldn't you go in there and make your life a lot easier? And that's really what it is. Some of the best ideas come from necessity. You know, and that's why these things are getting better and better. If you notice the products that are coming out, they're not really difficult. They're super user-friendly.
They're simple.
Because there's a kid rolling around going, you know what, Dad? Why do they put that stupid button there? We don't need it.
Yeah. Exactly.
But so if you want to launch a cable channel, I understand you're working on this and hope to launch a TV cable channel by the end of the year. What is the goal of this? Are you trying to be the MTV for the new generation, and what does that even mean anymore?
Listen, I think we really respect MTV, but I think MTV is its own interesting Goliath. It does what it does. But I think what we're trying to express with, you know, showcasing Verge culture and all that it can do, it's about, like, you know, illustrating to the world the incredible possibilities and the things that are in these children's mind. Like, the world is changing, and of course it's the youth culture that's changing it, and this is, just like you said in the subheading, it's young, digital, and powerful.
And I think that, I'm just going to add to that, I mean, a lot of people say, why cable? It's an older medium, and the fact is there's 100 million households still with cable TVs in them.
God bless every one of them.
And they all watch you. They're all watching you right now.
I bet they are.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you.
I know I do, by the way.
That's good. I'm glad to hear. I wanted to ask you, one of the big issues here when you're starting a cable network is getting distribution. How do you crack that nut, number one, and what lessons, if any, have you learned by observing what Oprah has done on cable and her success or lack of success, Greg?
So I have two words, Katie McEnroe, and Katie McEnroe is the president of our channel.
Hi, Katie.
Katie. And she is, you know, an expert in the cable world. She was one of the founders of AMC. She was president of AMC.
WB.
Yep. We Network, FearNet. So she really is able to, you know, go in and help translate our, you know, Pharrell and I's culture into language that, you know, the corporate people understand. I think the cable industry is evolving, and they know that they want to get this audience back. They're, you know, again, MTV is great and they're doing terrific, but I think there's no MTV of this generation, meaning when it originally started there was a sort of edgy, cool market that watched MTV, and there's no home for them right now.
And do these kids have buying power?
And that's what respect, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
That's lots of respect.
Do they have buying power?
I wouldn't be if there were for MTV.
I used to watch MTV.
And they've got buying buying power. Folks, we got to leave it there.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
And good luck with it. When does it debut? When do you intend to?
So hopefully we're going to be on the air on one of the MSOs by the end of the year and then early 2012.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.